Good morning, good morning. Today is day number 99, Friday, August 9th. Another hiker, lady hiker, a girl hiker, a female hiker. Just passed this a short while ago. Riley was barking, but he, like just before I turned the camera on, like yelping like he usually does. Meaning he wants to go follow her. So it always seems like it's gotta be a coincidence, but it always seems like right when I'm ready to, just before I'm ready to like pack up and get going, some hiker shows up and passes by our campsite, and Riley sees that person and starts barking, and I'm like, oh great, oh great. But it is always nice to have Riley motivated. So this was our campsite last night. Beautiful campsite. We stayed right there. I didn't even notice last night, but it looks like there's a trail here that goes up there, and there might be another campsite up there. All right, so we're gonna get going. Hold up, Riley. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Riley, hey you. You know what, before I get going, I'm gonna take this leash and put it through my arm strap like I showed yesterday or one of the days before. All right, Riley. So it is not raining currently. Oh, Riley, hold up. Hold up, hold up. It did rain heavily overnight. At least it sounded like that while we were in our tent. And then, Riley, hold up. Hold up, Riley. Riley! Oh my goodness, Riley! Come on, dude. You gotta give me... Dude, you gotta take it easy, buddy. Yeah, so it did rain heavily overnight. And then it continued to rain. It stopped. It was intermittent this morning. It stopped for a bit. And I actually started to get ready. And then it started up again. Riley, hold up, buddy. Then it started up again. And Riley, no, I'm not going to continue if you're going to charge forward. And then it started up again mid-morning. And it started up, like, I'm okay with getting out of the tent if it's like just a light drizzle. But it seemed to be more than a light drizzle. So I decided to just wait it out until it calmed down a bit, and it's finally calmed down. And so it gave us an opportunity to, or it gave me kind of the green light to feel comfortable getting ready and get out of our tent. So the most important thing, or one of the most important things, is completed, which is that we're actually starting to hike. The first step is the most difficult step because you have to do all the work of breaking down your tent, getting everything ready just to get that first step in. But once that first step is in, then the rest of the steps are so much easier. Wise words from Van Gogh. Okay, Riley. Okay, Riley. So I am feeling sore. I took some falls yesterday, which I didn't show on camera, but like I fell on my right hip. Riley, hold up, man. And didn't really bother me yesterday. But as I was sleeping overnight, I started to feel the soreness of it, and I can still feel it right now. It doesn't seem like super serious, but I can definitely feel it as I'm walking, so I'm trying to take it easy. Riley, come on, man. Come on, Riley. It may seem like ridiculous what I'm doing, like trying to keep Riley behind me, but it just makes it so much harder to walk when he's just charging forward and pulling on me and tugging on me. So that's why I go through this extra effort. Anyway, either way, it's tiring. The temperature is pretty warm actually right now, so I'm not cold like I was yesterday. Hold up, buddy. So we gotta go up this way. Riley, I mean, why do we have to go up this way? This seems ridiculous. I feel like we should just go this way. Anyway, so we're moving. Day number 99, Friday, August 9th, is off to a decent start. At least it's not raining right now. At least we're not walking on some slick, ridiculous rock slabs in the middle of 100 bees that are trying to do us harm. That's all good, right? So many things to be thankful for. So I will settle into the day here, and I guess we'll check in later. Big road that we're crossing over. The hiking has been hard today. I've been too exhausted to film it. It's just been a lot of ups and downs. A lot of difficult rock climbs, and I've just been exhausted. There's a car driving on the shoulder there. It started to rain earlier than it stopped, but we got our rain gear on, so we're prepared. It's cooled down a bit, so it's not too hot to wear it. So I don't know how much longer we stay on this road, but we just entered Harriman State Park. I'm getting hungry. I think I'm gonna have some oatmeal when we get back into the woods. So we just got back into the woods here on the trail here, and this looks like a nice break spot, and I went over here to pee. Gotta approach ever so cautiously. I went over here to pee, I said. Anyway, so I saw a snake that was all curled up. Ah, yes, it's right there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it is like yellow and black. It's not rattling, so I'm guessing it's a copperhead. So I'm not gonna pee over there. I think we're safe here, but we're gonna stay out of the brush area. Yeah, dangers all around. Mr. Riley. All right, so the rain has been stopping and starting. Currently it's stopped. After we started that break, it started right as I was sitting down. And look at these rocks. These rocks are pretty enormous. We're still in Harriman State Park, and there's something called the lemon squeezer. Riley, hold up, buddy. Something called the lemon squeezer. I have a feeling we're like imminently about to get to it. It's like basically a very tight squeeze, very tight space that you have to, you can't get through very easily. And then I think if I remember correctly, it's followed by a kind of a very steep climb. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the lemon squeezer here. Hold up, Riley. Hold up. I don't think it's this, but I think it's coming up. I am just literally trudging along one slow footstep after another. I keep telling Riley to hold up. Now we're inside of these rocks. Hold up, buddy. Riley, hold up. So, it's often necessary to take your pack off to get through here, but I'm gonna try to do it with my pack on. Riley, hold up. Oh, Riley, hold up. Hold up, buddy. Just have to wiggle. Riley, hold up, dude. I know, Riley. Hold up, buddy. You alright, buddy? Riley, come on. Go ahead, Riley. Go ahead. Hold up, buddy. I know, Riley. We're getting there, buddy. Riley's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Almost, Riley. Hold up. Slow down, Riley. My pack is just scraping against the sides of the rocks here. I'm gonna put my bag up here. And my trekking poles. Almost, Riley. I know. Almost, Riley. Riley, you alright? Yes, you're alright. You're just waiting for me. So, at least my pack is slowly getting above the rocks here. The pack is what makes this difficult. Riley, you're like, okay, I'll just wait on you. Take all the time you need. Yes. Almost, buddy. Almost. Here we go, Riley. Almost, buddy. Almost, Riley. Riley, hold up. Hold up, Riley. Still got everything here. By the way, I hurt my hand yesterday. When I fell a few times, I cut myself like... I'm sorry, Riley. Riley, stay there. I cut myself right here, and then right here, and then my pinky right here. So as I'm grabbing hold of stuff today, it's not the most comfortable, but it's just a minor injury. Riley, you're making it more difficult here. Okay. Okay. Once we get up here, then it should be easier. Okay, yes, this is the lemon squeezer. Good job, Riley. Okay. And now we go up this way. Riley, this way, buddy. If we need to, there's a blue blazed side trail that we can take. Are you coming, buddy? When I did this in 2018, I remember this being fun. Like a new kind of challenge. But it's definitely going to be more difficult with Riley here. But at least they do provide an alternative route if we need it. So that's it right there. So there's like very few. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get Riley up there, but we can walk up to it and see. So that's the blue blaze. Riley, let's go up this way. Let's just take a look at this. I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. I don't think so. Riley, hold up. Hold up, Riley. Hold up, buddy. Unless Riley can work his magic somehow. I don't know. Hold up, buddy. I could actually get Riley up there, maybe. That might work. Hold up, Riley. Hold up. Yeah, so somehow we need to get up here. Kind of tricky. But not impossible. Riley, come on, let's get up here first. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna throw my trekking poles up one at a time. Very good. And all right, that worked fine. That worked fine. Now, you okay, Riley? Riley, it's okay, buddy. I think we can do this. I think I need to take my pack off first, though. Riley, it's okay, buddy. Riley, it's okay. Riley, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, Riley. Okay. Hold up, buddy. Hold up, Riley. Riley, come here. Riley. Riley. You know what? This is kind of silly to try to lift Riley up here. Like, they have a blue blaze trail. I can just walk Riley up the blue blaze trail. This is not like one of those things where we have to do this. And Riley's not like accomplishing anything by me lifting him up. I could lift him up if we had to, but there's no need to. Let's just walk up the blue blaze trail. Riley, come on. Oh, Riley, oh my gosh. Riley sees Gravy down there, and he's barking at him, so. All right, so Gravy was the one that was distracting Riley. He was getting through the lemon squeezer, and then he went around and took the Blue Blaze. And I just decided, I just lifted Riley up and helped him get up this way. And I'm still holding onto the leash. And I'm just gonna, I should be able to climb up here. I think I should be able to. It is tricky. It is tricky here. It is tricky. All right, I'm not gonna film this. I'm not gonna film it. I'll check back in later. Success. So, Riley's up. He's secured to the tree. Got my pack up. My bags are up, and I'm up. So yeah, like I said, I kind of helped Riley up that way by supporting his behind, and he was able to use his paws to climb up. And then I got up the same way, and then got up and secured Riley to the tree, and then I went back down. Going down wasn't too bad. I just kind of got on my behind and just waddled my way down and used my arms to gradually lower myself. And then when I came back the next time, I went up that way. I pushed my pack up, and then I did like some mountain climbing, where I used both sides of the rock. Don't try this at home. Not the safest thing in the world. Yeah, don't try this at home. Do not do what I attempt to do. But we are up safely. All my gear is up. My pack seems fine, so we live to fight another section of the AT here. All right, so that's the lemon squeezer and then the subsequent climb, and we are going to continue on here. Okay. That is a turquoise blazed trail, and I remember this from last time. I believe this is the New York Long Path. They have a beautiful sign here. Look at this beautiful, beautiful sign. Looks like something I made in like 6th grade, where I took some wood and took like some very hot, I don't know what it's called, but some very hot thing that you can use to burn, you can use to write on wood by burning it. It's so hot, and then it just leaves a black imprint. I think I made like a little wooden crate, and wrote some stuff on it. But anyway, so yes, New York Long Path. I know, Riley, I know. New York Long Path. So looks like it connects up to going that way to the west. To High Point, then Shawangunk. Anyway, but to the east, it goes all the way to New York City, 51.8 miles. And it continues another 291.6 miles that way. So it's like 340 miles, a little over 340 miles in total. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, Riley. I'm in a slightly better mood because the hiking, we've only hiked a little ways since the lemon squeezer, but the trail has been somewhat easier. Much appreciated. All right, 1.5 miles to the next shelter, and then 6.8 to Bryan Shelter. Cool. Beautiful signs here. And then Bear Mountain 13.2, Bear Mountain Bridge 15.9. Okay. 1.5 to the next shelter. That's our next goal, Riley. Okay. Riley. 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 So, look what we have here. Someone put an 800 in sticks. That is for southbounders, I assume. I assume we are at mile, like, whole trail is 2,197.4. So I guess that means we are at 1,397.4. Riley, oh my goodness, Riley. I know, Riley. All right, I gotta get going. Yeah, so I guess that means southbounders have gone 800 miles, and we have northbounders have 800 miles to go to get to Mount Katahdin. All right, buddy, we're going, Riley. We just saw a bunch of deer just run all over there, and there's 2 more deer over there. I don't think Riley sees those deer yet. They're just looking at us. Come on, Riley. Come on. Come on, buddy. So we'll see what those deer do. They're running off now. So we made it to, little update, we made it to that shelter that was 1.5 miles from the New York Long Path. It's called Fingerboard Shelter. We just made it to the side trail. And we did not go in, we kept on hiking. And we are my goal now is to try to get to the shelter after Fingerboard Shelter, which is called William C. Bryan Memorial Shelter, I believe. And we passed a road a little while ago that I believe was 2 miles from the shelter, so we are under 2 miles to go at this point. It did start raining heavily shortly after we passed Fingerboard Shelter, and so we just walked through the rain. But the rain has stopped now, for the most part. But it's been kind of off and on the whole day. Riley, what are you doing? The leash is stuck behind your tail. What's behind us? Riley, you ready, buddy? Come on. Which way are we going through here, Riley? We have to go through the same way, Riley. There we go, buddy. Okay, so the hiking hasn't been too bad. Riley's ready to stop. Riley's tired. He's wet. I'm wet. Yeah, you're ready to stop, buddy. Good job, Riley. But so fortunately we don't have like too far to go. And we still have light to work with. So I think we should be able to get there before dark. If not, we shouldn't have very much night hiking to do. But I think there's a good chance we can get there before dark. I'll give Riley a little break here. So if we can get to the shelter tonight, I think that'll be, and obviously not taking anything for granted, if we get there safely, which I don't see why we shouldn't be able to, but I think this will be a good day for us. We're both tired of the rain. I'm tired of being wet. Like ever since Tuesday, which was our first day back on trail since Riley's porcupine incident. Tuesday was a hot day, but it started raining in the evening, and we set up camp a little early to avoid the rain, and then it rained overnight. And then since then, the sky has just been cloudy. Wednesday it didn't really rain, but it was cloudy all day. The days are just blending together. Yesterday, I think it rained a little bit, but it definitely rained overnight both nights. And then today it rained and the tent is soaked, the tent is wet, the tent is damp. I mean, we're still able to have a good night in the tent because it's not like a river is running through it. It's just damp. And once I put our pads down, we can get on top of the pads and be comfortable. But it's still annoying to have a wet tent, and it's annoying to just be constantly wet. But I think, I mean, from what I heard from the people at the ice cream place yesterday, tomorrow is supposed to be a nice day. So I'm optimistic that today is hopefully the last of the rainy, wet days for a while that we have to put up with, and we can start drying out tomorrow. So that's definitely something to look forward to. And given that we still, if we get to this shelter, we'll have, I think it's about 13.6 miles. I'll check it when we get there. But that's a bit above the average. We need to average like just under 12 miles a day to get to Katahdin by October 15th. So being able to exceed that while also enduring all this wetness as well as the slippery rocks, I think that's a good accomplishment, a good mini accomplishment. So that's the little update. We'll check in later on once we have our shelter site for tonight. Hopefully we get to the next shelter, and I'm gonna be encouraging Riley to move on, because if I don't, he'll just stay there until dark, and then we'll just have to walk in the dark. So yeah, we'll check in later. Bye for now. Mr. Riley. Good evening. Riley and I are in our tent now. I want to close out the day for today, day number 99, Friday, August 9th, I believe. Yeah, so when I last was talking, I said we were less than 2 miles away from the shelter that we were heading to, William C. Bryan Memorial Shelter. And that shelter is right on trail. And we got there and it was like 8:20, and we didn't need to use my headlamp to get there. But by the time we got there, it was basically dark. And nobody was there. I didn't see anybody tenting. The shelter looked completely dark. And there wasn't even a side trail to get to the shelter. Like the trail goes right past the shelter. But we decided I'm not sure this was the best decision, but we decided to continue on. I had checked my Far Out app a little bit before we got to the shelter, like 0.8 of a mile before we got there, just to kind of see where we were. And I saw that there was another like a stream and a potential campsite about a mile past the shelter. And we decided to go there. So partly just because it was only another mile and didn't seem like it would take too long, and it would allow us to get a little further on the trail. So that's what we decided to do, and that's where we are right now. We made it to this other campsite. We had a little bit of a climb up after leaving the shelter. That was steep and rocky. And anyway, so and then we had a descent, and then we had another climb up for about a 1/10 of a mile, which is really short, but it's not necessarily easy. It was still steep, and it led to this view spot, and then there's this campsite like right next to, or very close to the view spot, and it's a really small campsite. Like our tent is taking up pretty much the entire flat ground that exists in the campsite. But we fit, and Riley and I are in our tent. So apparently I don't dislike the wetness as much as I said I do earlier, because if I really disliked the wetness, then we would have just stayed at the shelter, and basically guaranteed ourselves a dry night. And it certainly would have been easier because I wouldn't have had to have set our tent up or bothered taking it down tomorrow. The other thing is that when we got to the shelter, it had stopped raining, and I was starting to think, well, maybe we got all the rain like earlier this week and today, and maybe we're done with the rain. And then shortly after, and so then we continued on, and that made me feel like better about continuing on, because I was like, well, if it's gonna be a dry night, then I could set our tent up and it'll be it might even dry out overnight. But shortly after starting the mile hike after the shelter, it started to kind of drizzle, and now it's like a light rain, and it's just pitter-patting on our tent. Yeah, so the rain has been, I mean, it's not a heavy rain, but sorry, I keep yawning. By the way, it's about 10 o'clock right now, and it took us about a half hour to get everything set up. We probably got here a little after 9:30. What was I talking about? I'm sorry, I guess I'm tired here. I was talking about the, just how it started to rain after we left the shelter, and now it's just raining. So apparently we are not done with the rain. It's been off and on all day, and I guess it'll continue tonight, but hopefully we'll be fine. And I guess I'm setting myself up for disappointment in case it's still cloudy and possibly raining tomorrow. But the people that I spoke with at the ice cream shop who warned me about the rain today, I distinctly remember them being very confident that tomorrow would be a nice day. So I'll keep my fingers crossed that the rain, whatever it does tonight, that hopefully that'll be the last of it. But we'll see tomorrow. At least we're safe and sound in our tent right now. And yeah, so we are at mile 1398.9 right now. And from where we started to where we are right now, we hiked a total of 14.5 miles. Which, just from a mileage standpoint, I think that's pretty good accomplishment, considering that we've been, I'll include Riley in this, so we've been tired of the wet and damp weather, and I was worried that it would kind of slow us down, and it has slowed us down, but we're still able to, just by working hard and keeping at it, we're still staying on track to complete the hike and just make progress on the trail. Yeah, overall today the hiking was pretty difficult in the morning, and I was also kind of laboring a little bit because what I hit yesterday when I fell on one of my falls was, I think it's the hip bone, basically the bone that's right up near your bottom area, but on the side. I think that's the hip bone on my right side. And it didn't really bother me yesterday, but it was sore this morning. And then as I was trying to use my right leg to push up as I was taking steps, I could really feel it. And I was kind of favoring my left leg to push up with my left leg when possible, because that felt better. But that was only bothering me in the morning, so it seems to be feeling much better now, which is great. And hopefully my cuts on my right hand that I sustained from a couple falls, or at least one fall yesterday, hopefully those should heal up soon. Yeah, so Riley is curled up next to me right now. He's a little damp, but we're dry. I mean, at least we're not getting rained on right now. And we'll both dry up overnight, and we're gonna have some food before we go to sleep, and hopefully get a good night's rest. So that's all for now. We are, I don't know that I mentioned it, but we are in the state of New York currently, and we still have about a little over 60 miles to go, still in New York. Tomorrow we're going to probably get to the Bear Mountain Zoo. There's this place called Bear Mountain, so we're going to hike over Bear Mountain, and then there's a zoo on the other side of it. But we're not allowed to go into the zoo because they don't allow dogs. So we'll probably hike to the zoo, and then we'll just figure out a way to get around it. Even though the official Appalachian Trail goes directly through the zoo, it's just a very short section of trail, and since we're not allowed, because I have a dog, because of Riley, we'll figure out a way to go around it and pick up the AT after it leaves the zoo. And the other thing that is possibly exciting tomorrow is about 6 miles after the zoo. There's this road called US Route 9. It's actually two roads. One of them is US Route 9, I think, and then another one is a New York State Road. And there's a convenience store / deli called, I think it's called just the Appalachian Deli, and the trail goes right next to it. So we might get there tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll get there the next day. But that's a good opportunity to get some good food, and they sell ice cream as well, so good opportunity to get some good food as well as ice cream. But we still got a lot of hiking to do tomorrow before we get there, so I will close out the video now. I feel good about our progress today. We are going to listen to the pitter-patter of rain tonight, and I'm looking forward to some warmer weather and drying out as well. So, hope everyone is doing well. We will say goodnight for now, and we will check in tomorrow. Bye for now.